Welcome to 6th grade language. This is lesson 148. It is scheduled for Thursday, but if you're ahead or behind, you may not be on that date. That's okay. So this is April 15th, which is tax day, which you guys don't have to worry about, but your parents do. Hopefully they've already filed their taxes. And, but if not, then they might have extra time this year, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so we're looking at pages 229 and 230. And so we have been looking at adjectives and adverbs and the difference between them and words that using the correct word in a sentence. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple sentences just to get us started. Jessica repeated the course again. Okay, so we're going to find our subjects, verbs, complements, and any modifiers. Okay, so who are we talking about, or what are we talking about? What's our subject? Let me get a different color. Jessica. Very good. Okay, hopefully maybe you can read that or see that color. Okay, Jessica is our subject, and what did Jessica do? She repeated. Okay, that's our verb. What did she repeat? Jessica repeated what? Course, okay? And the course, so repeated is what type of verb? This is our subject, this is our verb, and it's an action verb. Okay, action verb, so course would be a direct object, okay? Direct object, D-O. And what is the, we'll just get that one out of the way first of all. The course, so it's an adjective describing course, right? Now, we have the word again, so we need to identify what part of speech again is. So what, it's a describing word, so what does it describe? Does it describe course, again course? Does it describe Jessica, again Jessica, or repeated? So we could say Jessica again, repeated again, or course again. Which one sounds like they go together? Repeated, so it's an adverb. Going all the way back to our verb, okay? So when she, how often, how she repeated it, or when she repeated it. Again, not sure on the question on that one, but it is describe our verb, okay? So next we have Jonathan met the British minister from England. Okay, so we're going to need to find our subject and verb. Jonathan, okay? And what is our verb? What did Jonathan do? Jonathan met. Okay, make those a little bolder so you can see the lines, okay? Jonathan met who or what? The minister, right? Now, is met, what type of verb is met? Action or linking? Action, right? Okay. So minister would be a direct object, okay? D-O. What is, let's see, we've got some describing words. What describes minister? We have the minister, right? And then what kind? The British minister, okay? British minister. And then what is from England? From England is a prepositional phrase. So here's our preposition from, and then England is the object of the preposition, okay? Now this whole phrase, the prepositional phrase, describes another word in the sentence. So, who's from England? Is Jonathan from England? Or is the minister from England? Well, according to the sentence, you may be able to deduce that it's the minister, but it's it's usually the closest word to the phrase that it would describe. So we would take this over and it would describe minister, okay? All right. Here we've got a couple of sentences that are, that a word might not be used correctly, okay? So this was A and B. So C and D have a word. We're going to check to see if it's used correctly. If it's not, then we're going to change it, okay? Evan performed good in the play. Evan performed good in the play. Is that the correct way to say this? Okay, when we're talking about performed, this word would be an adverb describing how they performed. And is good an adverb, or should it be a different word? Ah, you're quick. It's well. Good job, okay? That's well, all right? So in this one, Brian did a well job. Should we use well in this sentence? Is it being used as an adjective or an adverb? Because this one went back to perform, it's being used as an adverb. But well goes to job. So it's being used as an adjective. And is well an adjective? No, it would need to be good. Okay, so those ones were switched. So Brian did a good job. The only time you would say a well job is if you're actually talking about him working on a well. Okay, so that's that would be the only time that you would say that sentence exactly. All right, so what you're going to do is in Think A, there are redundant modifiers. Oh. In this case, this was, Let's go back to these two sentences because we had some redundant modifiers that I missed that, okay? So just quickly, if Jessica repeated the course again, does repeated tell you that she's doing the course again? Yeah, so we actually would not need to have this word. We could end it, Jessica repeated the course. But here also, Jonathan met the British minister from England. Would we need to say from England? No. We could end the sentence there. Jonathan met the British minister. We know he's from England because he's British. If he wasn't from England, he wouldn't be the British minister. See, and so that's what it's talking about. So the redundant modifiers means that it's saying the same thing again. It doesn't need to, okay? So improve each sentence by drawing one line through the redundant words or word, okay? So if it could be a phrase like from England, or it could be a single word like again, okay? So the very first one, his voice echoed back again from the cliff. What word would we take out? Again, okay? His voice echoed back from the cliff. An echo means that it's coming back, of course. So it's a second time. So you would cross out again. Think B, on notebook paper, create interesting and informative sentences by adding adjectives and adverbs to modify these basic sentences. Begin the sentence with word groups like the following. As the sun set, when the clouds moved away because the news was good, okay? And so then these three are your sentences that you're going to add to. The picnic started. That's pretty boring. Campers sang songs. Okay. A star fell. These are very boring, simple sentences, and so we want interesting and informative. So you can add what you would like to these. Make sure to do that on a piece of paper. Use those beginning sentence examples there. And then remember C. There's just 3 of those. And so you're going to write the correct pronoun in the sentence, and in the blank before the number, write the job of the pronoun. Subject, direct object, indirect object, predicate, nominative, or object of preposition, okay? And then we're looking at good and well and what we saw on the board. So good and well are modifiers that are often confused. It's important that we understand how to use them correctly. Good is always an adjective. The farmer's good harvest is an answer to prayer. The weather was good all last week. Well is an adverb or an adjective. So it can be an adjective, but it depends on what you're using it as. If it tells how something is done, it's an adverb. If it describes a person's health, it's an adjective. Grace skates well. That's how she does it. That's an adverb. I feel well enough to return to school. That's your adjective because it's your health, okay? So think A, you're going to let's see, on notebook paper, number 1 to 8 and write either good or well to fill in the blank in each sentence. You can write these in the book, that's fine. I'm okay with you writing them in the book. If your parents want you to do otherwise, follow your parents, but I'm fine with you writing them in the book. And then think B, decide if each of the correct sentences is, decide if each of the following sentences is correct or incorrect. If the sentence is correct, write correct in the blank. Pretty simple. If the sentence is incorrect, underline the mistake and write the correction in the blank. Okay? So number 1, I have not felt good all day. Okay, that's talking about someone's health. So which one are referred to health? Well, so you're going to underline good and you're going to write well in the blank. Okay, so that one is not correct. Don't forget to underline good, write well in the blank. Okay, so you're going to do these. Make sure to go to do all of page 229 and all of page 230. And then we will look at, it'll be Friday tomorrow. So do your best and we'll see you next time.